What seem harmless but can be seriously life-threatening. Island beaches. There are a lot in Hawaii that are a lot more dangerous than tourists realize. Islands are on the edge of the vast ocean and can sweep people in. Wet tile. Carbon monoxide. Since you can't smell or taste it, you won't know it's there. Saving someone with a Heimlich grip. You can definitely rupture someone's organs with this move, and people have died as a result of being saved by this procedure. Always send someone to the hospital after doing this, as the victim might otherwise bleed to death in their sleep that night. For a serious and somewhat generic answer, probably not getting enough sleep or not drinking enough water. I am guilty of both of these things, but it can really make you feel like utter shit and lead to serious health complications. Water that you only think is deep. Always check before you jump. Always. Eating cinnamon. Water. Drink too much, you die. Drink too little, you die. Inhale even the slightest amount, you guessed it, you die. Notes appearing around the house that you didn't put there. Eating peanut butter directly out of the jar with a spoon. If you choke on it, it's going to be nearly impossible to dislodge. https://www.nytimes.com/1981/01/18/magazine/l-peanut-butter-2279006.html closing square bracket opening parenthesis https://www.nytimes.com/1981/01/18/magazine/l-dangerous-peanut-butter-2279006.html closing parenthesis. Heartbreak. It can literally cause distress in the aortic valve, and over time with enough distress tear open. Not massively, but just enough. My answer: stairs. Springs in double pane windows. The windows are heavier than you think, so the springs are pretty strong. A friend that works as a maintenance guy at an apartment complex posted a pic of one of the balancers, as they're called, that came loose and went completely through the motorcycle helmet he wears when replacing them. It still cracked his skull, and the doc said if he wasn't wearing the helmet he would have definitely died. Scary to think something as simple as a window can kill you. We all know garage springs are dangerous, but so are window springs. Shingles. It is already inside you. Leaving a tampon in too long can cause toxic shock syndrome, and it can be deadly. Pranking someone with allergies by giving them a little bit of that allergen. I've seen articles of people putting peanuts into an allergic person's food. Literally anything if you throw it hard enough. Sunburns can be very dangerous. Normally you don't think too much of them. Just a few days of irritated, itchy skin. But if you aren't careful, you drastically increase your chance of getting malignant melanoma, skin cancer, through a handful of decent sunburns. Garage door springs. A cat scratching you and breaking the skin. Cat's claws carry a deadly bacteria that, if untreated, can kill you. Honestly, just driving back and forth from work always seems so benign that I forgot to be thankful for getting home safely. Car accidents are one of the leading causes of death in the U.S. Emotional neglect. When you have everything, people always brush it off as being too needy or whatever, but in reality, lifelong emotional neglect, especially during childhood development, it can impact your life deeply. You can become depressed, anxious, and have anxiety. Untreated, this can lead to suicidal ideation or leading you to addictive behavior such as alcoholism, drug use, etc. If you suspect that you might suffer from this, I have plenty of resources to help guide you to healing and growth. Comment or message. Eating rice that's been left out for a while. Poor dental hygiene can lead to heart disease. Birth control pills. In some women, they can cause blood clots, DVT, or deep vein thrombosis. These clots can form anywhere in the body. Sometimes the blood clots can dislodge and get carried by blood to lungs, pulmonary embolism, or heart attack. When blood clotting occurs in the brain, cerebral thrombosis, they can cause a stroke. Edit. I would also like to share that last year I had a CVT stroke because I had been on estrogen BC for 8 months. 8 months. That's all it took. Out of the blue, I had severe headache that felt like someone was hitting the back of my head with a baseball bat, every second. I lost motor control in my arms and legs, couldn't see properly or understand anything. I even forgot my name. Turns out all major veins in my brain were completely clogged by clots. It took over a year of rehab, but luckily I have fully recovered. I hope and wish this never happened to anyone ever. Sorry for the long text. Drinking a lot of water. There are loads of people who drank over 2 liters in a few minutes at a party and got themselves killed. Selfies. Many people died while taking selfies from heights because, oh, it'll look better if I step back. Oh no, there's no ground beneath my feet. Ah, dead. Childbirth. A surprising amount of people go into pregnancy not realizing how bad it can be and end up with some sort of impairment, disability, or even death because of it. My mom almost died birthing my youngest sibling. The US has high maternal mortality rates, and yet people act like you're crazy when you say you don't want kids. Electric. Whoever wired my back porch on my house switched the neutral instead of the hot, meaning the hot was always hot. And #X200B. I had a cheap Harbor Freight water pump I used to pump water out of an old well to water my garden. One day I went to pick it up to move it. It had shorted itself to the metal frame. Picked it up and even though the electric to it was switched off, it was live. My hand gripped down tight. I screamed and threw it over my head and luckily that was enough force to get it out of my hand. Had I picked it up with both hands, I very well could be dead. And #X200B. That, and once you get shocked, you could have heart arrhythmia which could cause a heart attack later on. I bit a hangnail once. A week later I was in the hospital. 3 operations and a week later they won the fight to save my hand. It had gotten infected because it bled and I sucked it. I had probably done that 100 times in my lifetime. Reading the comments just makes me super paranoid, which apparently can kill you as well, so that's not good. Popping your neck can cause a stroke. Edit. My understanding of the physiology was wrong. It has more to do with impaired blood flow to the brain than blood clots. Kids who let the escalator slide their shoes from the stairs to the platform. Also animals going on escalators, period. If you don't want to know why, then don't Google escalator degloving. Mushrooms. There is a saying. There are old mushroom hunters and bold mushroom hunters, but there are no old bold mushroom hunters. A friend got into an accident and hit his face on a tree. He had his septum pierced and it ripped and he was being drowned in the blood. He did end up surviving though, but it was up in the air if he was going to. Poor nutrition. Overload in sugars. Bad immune system. Not doing the dishes and mum coming home. UTIs. Only recently I found out how dangerous they are. I was scared to tell my mom, so it went untreated for a week. Constant urge to piss was annoying, but Google told me it could go away on its own, until I woke up in immense pain, pissing blood, and throwing up neon orange. Ended up in the at 3 a.m. loaded on painkillers and antibiotics. Turns out it can cause kidney failure. The sex education system has failed me once again. Binge eating. I've battled food addiction my entire life. It's no joke. I managed to get it under control a few years ago and lost 100 pounds. Depression came back this year though and I gained it all back. But I'm not losing hope. I know if I fought the addiction once I can do it again. I need to be around as long as I can for my children. Being bitten to death by a beaver. https://www.google.com/amp/s/amp.usatoday.com/amp/20741145. Sleep apnea. Pandas. They look like adorable and fluffy Oreo bois. But if you pissed one off, they'd wreck your shish lol. Evidently, black licorice. A man recently died after eating too much of it. Who knew? https://www.nytimes.com/2020/09/26/health/black-licorice-death-boston.html opening parenthesis https://www.nytimes.com/2020/09/26/health/black-licorice-death-boston.html closing parenthesis. Someone mentioned birth control pills, so I would like to throw in the shot depot as well. Apparently, if you use it for over 2 years, it begins removing the minerals from your bones, leading to brittle bones. This is often permanent and can lead to osteoporosis. Walking around or behind a horse without keeping your hand on it. Horses can get very scared very fast, and a well-placed kick can beak your neck, leave you a vegetable, or even stop your heart. If you must move around one, keep a hand on it after it is aware of your presence and slide it with you so it knows where you are. Also stay very close to it the whole time so the potential kick has less wind up. Cat scratches. A blister from your new shoes. Various types of snail. Voicing your opinion on the internet while using your real name. Mixing household cleaning products. Bleach and ammonia can be deadly. When combined, these release toxic chloramine gas. Exposure to chloramine gas can cause irritation to your eyes, nose, throat, and lungs. Birthdays. The more you have of them, the higher your chance of dying. Giving birth at home. It's really trendy right now, but so many people, mothers and babies, die from it every year, and almost all are preventable. Someone else mentioned how dangerous pregnancy is, but seriously, I wish I could talk people out of this specifically. This dumb, reckless trend killed one of my best friends and her daughter because, even with a midwife, there was no way to get them to the hospital in time or stop her bleeding. It's not worth it. Don't kill yourself or your child for some stupid clout. Lack of exercise. It shortens lifespan, and/or shortens the time you can live by yourself and need caregivers. A tree. I took 4 steps into the woods earlier this year when suddenly the top half of a tree snapped off and fell straight onto my head. The branch weighed about 230 pounds. I weigh around 104. Luckily, a neighbor saw it happen and rushed to my children of 2 and 4, who were roughly 3 feet away and miraculously not hit, would have had to watch their mother die. Staph infections. Can you kill you, but maybe doesn't seem like staph. Got it from jiu-jitsu on my leg and I thought it was a spider bite until I finally went to the doctor. As a kid, my mom's friend's 16-year-old son crashed his motorcycle and scraped his knee. He got staph and it ate away his flesh and he died a few weeks later. Exercising while angry can cause a heart attack if you're super pissed. Crossing the road. Never know when a chicken will cross your path. Like another user said, those will peck you to death. Using a cheese grater. One wrong move and you can cut your wrist open. On the beach. Oh, look, the water is going way out. Not wearing gloves in the winter. A shocking number of old people die because their hands are cold, so they put them in their pockets, and then when they slip on the ice they can't brace themselves and end up breaking a hip. I always tell my older patients the best piece of safety equipment they can buy for winter is a good pair of gloves. The spider bite I got in the UK that put me in hospital for 2 days. Breathing. Nearly anyone who died had breathed before. Coincidence? Mixing alcohol and acetaminophen or ibuprofen. Very bad for your liver, could be fatal. It is a bad idea in general to mix alcohol with medication of any type. Severe loneliness. I'm on the brink of going crazy. I'm not even kidding. I may live with my family, but even then it's still loneliness. Not sleeping enough. Cleaning mouse nests out of your garage. Chickens. Just Google it. Plenty of times where people got pecked on a major vein or artery and bled to death. Just going about your day and briefly falling asleep, passing out, blacking out, then everything is fine. Brain aneurysm. Call an ambulance immediately. Getting drunk. My brother-in-law is 34, dying in the hospital right now. Don't get drunk every day, peeps. Water. Surprising amount of people die of drowning. A paper cut. Balloons. Kids will chew on them, and when they break, the plastic of the balloon goes to the back of the kids' throats and kills them. Licking salamanders. Learned that last night when I had to rush my dog to the Adorable frogs. Did someone mention a Lego brick on the floor? Letting children kill small animals. Eating can turn into addiction. When I was in school, they always told us whiteout was super dangerous. All I've learned from this thread is that it's a miracle any of us are still alive. Driving. It's not seemingly harmless, but a lot of people seem to not understand that a vehicle going at even 25 miles per hour, 40 kilometers per hour can easily kill someone if directly impacting, and even airbags can potentially kill you if the impact is wrong. My grandmother had a stroke due to a salon sink. ***, very rare to happen, but it can happen. Medical term is vertebral artery dissection from hyperextension of the neck. Mold can be pretty freaking bad. And it can just chill out in your house for ages before you find it. Crossing the road, even when doing it properly. Thanks for watching. See you later.